I was fortunate enough to be involved in the guidance from the very first preparation stages all the way all the way through to the final draft. I think it's crucial to have young people's advice and recommendations and insight onto these things because these policies are going to affect their lives. And I think it's only right and fair for them to be able to feedback what works for them in order for the policies to use the most effective methods or approaches to help these young people. One of the most important things I think people running children's services need to do to keep young people safe is, for one, ensure that they're incorporating the experience of young people from their own words and their own experience. I think services that involve things like social work or teachers and mentors for young people through schooling, I think that there needs to be kind of an implementation that approaches young people in a way that questions what they've been through. And we need to question at every stage whether the policy is working for them and question how they feel about it and just question. And I think there needs to also be an area of interpretation for these young people. It's very difficult to express yourself if you haven't been in a role or governance board, and we may not talk the same as people in these higher role jobs, so we may not have the same work experience, but it doesn't make the experience and evidence any less valuable. One thing I found as a young person was my school, my social workers, and my foster carers, not only did they struggle to work together, but sometimes there would be hostility between them because there'd be conflicting opinions or conflicting approaches. It only made it harder for me because you don't know what path to go down. You're the one who's vulnerable and in need of support. So I think one of the another big focus should be the need for all of these services to work together and join together before they approach the child. The difference having just one person in charge of helping a young person is, one, it definitely runs a lot smoother. You don't have to go through loads of different avenues to reach a decision. It could kind of be confined down to one person and then maybe a higher up. But ultimately, all of that responsibility is in one body, which makes it a lot easier for the system to be accountable. And it makes it a lot easier for a young person to raise any queries or worries to somewhere where they know it will be listened to and action will be taken in the most effective way.